Okay guys, let's begin going over our on your own from yesterday to see how you did. So it says 18 divided by 2 times 3 minus 6. So if we're looking at PIMDAS, we first start off with parentheses. Do we see any parentheses? No. So we're going to drag our check mark over our P and put a check over it. Then you have exponents. Do you see any exponents? No? Okay, so you're going to put an E, getting rid of the E because we don't have exponents. Now we're looking for multiplication and division. You see that division and multiplication are next to each other. And what I mean by that is that there's just one number in between the two operations. So that means they're next to each other. So that means you're going to solve from left to right. So left to right. If I do 18 divided by 2, I know that that's 9. And if you didn't know that, you should have opened up your reference math notebook and you should have looked at your multiplication chart and you should have asked yourself 2 times what gives me 18. So I'm going to put 9 because 9 times 2 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Okay, then we have to go back to our PIMDAS. Multiplication, division. Still checking to see multiplication, subtraction. So I have to do my multiplication next. So that's 9 times 3. 9 times 3, 9 times 3 is 27. And then I have to do 27. And then I'm going to lastly do my 27 minus 6 because I can put a check mark over my multiplication and division because I only have subtraction, and that's my last step. 27 minus 6 is 21. And I'll put a check mark over my addition and subtraction and move on to the next question. So if I'm looking at my next question, it says 7 times 5 minus 12.13. So I look, parentheses, nope. So I'm going to drag my check mark over the P. Then I look for exponents. Nope, no exponents. Then I'm going to look for multiplication and division. I see a multiplication and a subtraction. So that means I have to multiply. So I'm going to do 35 because 7 times 5 is 35. So I have 35 minus 12 and 13/100ths. So now I'm looking. Multiplication, division, well, I only have subtraction. So I'm done with that. So I can put a check over that as well. So now I have addition and subtraction. I only have subtraction. So I have to subtract 35 minus 12.13. And if you had done that correctly, and if you had subtracted, you would have gotten 22 and 87/100ths. All right. I also have my notepad if I were to do some of the work over here. However, we're just checking your answers for subtraction. If you made an error, we can go over that. So next and finally, we have 15 plus 5 times 8. So I'm looking parentheses. Nope, I got none. Then I'm looking exponents. Nope, not there either. Looking for multiplication and division. I see multiplication, so I've got to do 5 times 8. Again, if you don't know 5 times 8, please open up your reference notebook for your multiplication chart. And then I have 15 plus 40 because that's my last step, and it's addition. According to PIMDAS, it's my last thing I'm going to do, and you're going to get 55. Okay, and then I'll put my check over it, and then you should be good to go. Right? So these are the correct answers, and we will talk about how you did on them in the live session. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll be glad to help you. If not, hopefully you enjoyed.